So, I didn't really know that much about the London massacre. I don't really consider 11 people, probably less than that, probably like 2 people dying, 9 people injured massacre. It's so exaggerating. White people, the moment a white people steps on a Lego or stubs his toe, it's a fucking genocide. It's a fucking massacre. It's a manslaughter. Oh my god. But they don't care when they kill millions of brown people every year in their petty wars. They don't care about all the oppression and rape and pillaging and polluting and looting and everything that they do day in and day out. One white person suffered the backlash of all their evil and demonic presence, and that's so wrong. Ugh. You know, I'm not gonna fucking tiptoe around this and act like I give a shit about the London massacre. I don't. I don't. I'm glad every single one of those motherfuckers died if they did die. Fucking whether they be British or Australian or Canadian or American or whatever, white people are always white people. And at the end of the day, they hate you. They hate you, they hate me, they hate themselves. They hate everything. They hate everything on this planet. They only exist to ruin this planet. Before the white man came along, we were all living our peaceful lives. It was not to say that it was sunshine and rainbows, but we had tribal honor. We used to run around and fucking, stab spears into the frolicking chicken tendies out in nature. And we used to come home and fuck our big titted black wives. And we was kangs. Shit. And then the fucking white man came along and just muckied it all up. Made a moderator out of everything. Everything you do, from sunshine to when the moon rises, was fucking. You have to have a rule for it. You have to have a regulation for it. You can't even fucking take a breath into your body without the white man telling you how to do it. And everyone's gonna think that I'm just exaggerating, that I'm just being a prick here. Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time the white man gave a shit about you? You're supposed to give a shit about these London massacres. 11 people you don't fucking know just died. 11 people that really, in the grand scheme of things, isn't even a drop in the bucket. There are like, what, 8 billion people on the planet? And you're gonna tell me I need to be concerned about 11 of those people dying? That does not affect an ecosystem. You building pipelines into the fucking center of a nation, water supply, that affects the fucking ecosystem. You poisoning the air, just spraying gas everywhere like you're a fucking Pokemon coughing or something, is affecting the ecosystem. You creating this systematic oppression where every little thing you do is surveillance and recorded, and meanwhile, they can't even fucking make proof of their incriminating evidence anyway because they get banned. So it's all just superfluous. That's affecting the environment. But 11 dumb little white people died. That is not affecting the environment. That's bullshit. That is not worth my time. I'm not gonna listen to about 11 little cucks dying. And then on top of that, they act like if you don't play along and be concerned about 11 white people dying, that you're a bad person. And they're going to turn around, probably even in the same minute, not even like a day after, or a week after, or whatever, talk about how you're entitled. They want you to die alone. They want you to have no freedom of speech. They want you to have no freedom of anything. You're going to work fucking 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and barely have enough to cover your own expenses. You're barely gonna have the rights that they supposedly protect. Recently Republicans passed a law where retards can own a gun. Well, good. Now every single person that's ever registered Republican can own a gun. But in the grand scheme of things, they don't care about your guns. Because if they did, they just would say that, you know what, you having a felony has no bearing on that, and it shouldn't. Because if it's a right for everybody, regardless of felonies, regardless of mental stability, regardless of everything. But they'll pick and choose. They're getting something out of this. That's what white people do. White people don't give a shit about rights. That's why they have the internet. Because white people go on and on. My free speech, my free speech. I need to be able to say that Hitler did nothing wrong. I need to be able to say that child porn is pretty cool. But meanwhile, fucking the moment you say I disagree with the Power Rangers movie was good, it was kind of bad, banned. Not just you suck, not just you're wrong, here's why, banned. You can't post that anymore. You saying the Rangers movie sucked, that is beyond the pale. You are a terrible person. How dare you? But what if the child consents though? That's how fucking white people operate. I'm glad white people died.